It's earnings season once again already. How is the market going to react, especially on the back of that XRP news that we got last week? And what potential trades are there on altcoins? That's what we're going to be covering in this video. I'm back from a personal holiday last week, so great to be back and take a look at the charts with some fresh eyes. So hope you didn't miss us too much, but as I say, we are back with our usual videos. Going to be doing these videos on a Monday a little bit later, as opposed to doing them in the morning, just so that the content is fresh and up to date and not outdated by the time you guys get to see it in the evening. So if you do enjoy our content, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out and we do appreciate it. But without further ado, we'll get straight into we're not going to go into the charts, we're going to go into what is happening this week. So if we go into the economic calendar, as you can see, it's actually a very quiet week in terms of events and speeches and stuff. I mean, it's probably one of the most quiet weeks I've ever seen. There's really not much that stands out at all, apart from towards the end of the week, you've got the initial jobs claims. But really, the main focus is going to be, and as you can see, another screenshot here from Bloomberg. Again, not really much happening at all in terms of anything that jumps out. You got a bit of UK CPI and stuff, but I don't think anything that's going to move the markets too much. Maybe Japan CPI on Friday, but the main focus, as I was just about to say, is of course earnings season that starts this week. So there's some pretty big names coming out this week. As you can see, on Tuesday you got Bank of America, whereas you've got your Morgan Stanley, obviously another big bank, and then going into Wednesday you've got things like Netflix and Tesla, IBM, etc. So some pretty big names coming out. How have they been doing over the past few months? What's earnings looking like? All that sort of stuff that leads in, that ties into recession and all that good stuff. So could be some market movers coming this week. As we know, Tesla's always a good one, especially due to them holding some Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff. Elon normally likes to move the market, so we'll see if anything happens with regards to them this week. In terms of the charts, though, let's get into Bitcoin and go from the top down. So monthly time frame, as we can see, we are above that 29.3k previous resistance now, hoping to flip that to support. However, a bit of an ugly candle so far. We've got another 2 weeks to go. We're about halfway through the month. If we get a monthly close back below 29.3k, that would be very bearish in my opinion, because this was obviously a rock solid resistance. Took 3 attempts to break through, finally did last month. So to give up that momentum and have a monthly close below 29.3 would not be a good look at all. However, if we can come down, test it and have a little bounce, then I think 34.4k would be my next area to target on the monthly time frame. If we go to the weekly, you'll remember me talking about the 31.7k weekly level ever since back in April, when we had this impulse here on the 10th of April. I thought we were going to tag it, then we didn't. We dropped down to 25k and then we had another little bounce, and again I thought back on the 19th of June we were going to tag it. Still fell short until finally last week we tagged it on that XRP news last Thursday. So tagged it and rejected pretty hard. If we go down to the daily time frame, it turns out that the very next day on Friday we dropped straight back into this range between 30.8k and 29.6. So quite frustrating not to see any new ground broken. We literally just tagged that 31.7k weekly level and come straight back down. And I'm surprised that price just settled over the weekend right in the middle of this range at 30.3k. I really thought that a strong daily close above 30.8, which we'd been waiting for, was going to be the signal to go higher. But of course, we need that weekly candle close above 31.7k first, and we didn't get it. So it looks like we're back in purgatory, just waiting to see which level breaks first, whether it's the 29.6k daily support or 30.8k daily resistance. And then, as I say, on the higher time frames, we're looking at this 29.3k monthly level. So should we break 29.6 on the daily, then as I've said before, I think we're going to head to 28k. But we'll have to see what the monthly level 29.3k says about that. In terms of Ethereum, again, higher time frame to lower time frame. We've been saying this for the past few months about Ethereum. Yes, we've broken above 1721 monthly resistance, flipped it to support, had a nice little bounce off it last month, but again, we just can't seem to get anywhere. The picture becomes a little bit clearer on the weekly. It's that 2012 level, or you might as well just call it 2k, that resistance there, which has been very stubborn. We broke over the top of it in April, only to close straight back below it, similar to what BTC did on the daily time frame on Thursday. The very next day just dropped below. We tested it again here on the 1st of May, and then again last week tagged 2012 and rejected quite harshly off it. Again, if you look at the weekly, we're basically range bound between 1783 and 2012. We had that small break on the 5th of June when we finally got a weekly close below 1783, and we thought, okay, here we go, we're going to break down lower, but the monthly level at 1721 held, and we had that bounce, and that's how we ended up at 2012 again last week. So if we go into the daily, again, very similar to BTC, come up, tag the weekly level, the very next day broke back into the range. So the Ethereum daily range is between 1940 and 1821. So again, we're just going to have to wait and see. It looks like it's accepted back within the range and breaking down lower. Does it come down to 1821? If it does it bounce or does it break? And then, as I've been saying the past few months, we've then got this weekly of 1783 we'd need to break, and the monthly of 1721. So yeah, Ethereum not that clear cut. Bitcoin a little bit easier to follow. ETH BTC also looking a little bit messy. So we had this hold of the weekly range low at 0.062, had a little bounce, but then we broke below it on the 3rd of July, and then last week we broke back above. So you're thinking, well, potentially that's a deviation, which is quite bullish, but we've not really continued that momentum this week at all. Well, today, of course, because it's Monday, not really continued that momentum, but I was expecting a push up to this 0.066, which is the weekly mid-range, and obviously where the bearish weekly trend line meets it as well. But as I say, we're not really getting that push yet. So if we were to break back below 0.062, then I think that could be the sign that we are going to head down to that monthly range low of 0.053, which I think would be a really good opportunity to be buying altcoins, especially in their alt BTC pairs. If we then finally look at Bitcoin dominance, had that little rejection of 52% on the monthly time frame. If we go to the weekly, again, had that rejection, or are we going to make a higher low here? You can see pretty significant level down here at 50%. If you just look left, it's the swing high here from back in April 2018. It was support here in August 2018, and as you can see, we're sitting right on that 50% level now. So is this just another higher low, or are we going to finally start breaking down and give alts a little bit of breathing space? We'll have to wait and see. If we take a look at alts then, at some potential trades. So we've talked about MATIC before. If you imagine, this is obviously a range. We deviated, we broke above the range high, deviated back inside, which is quite bearish, ran all the way down to the monthly range low, broke below it, and as you can see, we're trying to break back above it, so deviate the bottom. If you get a monthly close back inside the range, so sort of above 77 cents, that is quite bullish. However, we've still got another 2 weeks to go. And if you take a look at the weekly time frame, this is a very heavy resistance area here, about 76, 77 cents. As you can see, if you look left, lots of candle bodies and wicks in this area. If you go down to the daily as well, you've got this daily level here at, call it 79 cents. But we came up, broke above it on that Thursday, that really bullish Thursday due to the XRP news. And then we tried to test it as support on the following day, Friday, held, but then we broke below it yesterday, and we've had a bearish retest of it again today. So you can imagine this daily level here is a range high, and you've got 65 cents as a small range low. It looks like a deviation to me, bearish retest, so you could look at a potential short there, targeting down to 65 cents. However, invalidation would be a daily close back above 79 cents. And as well, if you do get that daily close above 79 cents, then you're looking at the continuation of this uptrend. And so you could look at a long up to the weekly level of 92 cents. So essentially, you've got two options here. And so you can jump into a short here, hoping for continuation down to 65 cents, with your invalidation being a daily close above 79 cents, and then a potential flip long up to the 92 cents weekly level. So there are your two options on MATIC. On DOT, again, if we go to the weekly time frame, having a lot of trouble getting over this monthly mid-range weekly level at $5.57. As you can see, quite a few rejections since we closed below it on the 8th of May. We've not been able to get a weekly close back above it. If we go into the daily, we're at vital support here at $5.25. As you can see, it's a huge support level that's been significant ever since December 2022. We broke over the top of it. We're looking to try and hold it as support. We failed to do it at the beginning of the month, as you can see, over the top, broke down below and held as resistance for a while, broke up back above, and now we're looking to try and form a higher low here and continue that trend up above the monthly mid-range weekly level. So potential long here, with your invalidation being a daily close below $5.25. So potential long here, as I say, up to that weekly level to take some profit and then maybe target higher. Or if we do get that daily close back below $5.25, you could look for a short down to $4.80 around there, which is the start of this uptrend from back at the end of June, start of July. So 2 options there on DOT. And then ZIL, again, if we go to the higher time frames, struggling again with that weekly mid-range level. As you can see, 2 rejections over the past 2 weeks so far. And if we go down to the daily, as you can see, we've deviated back inside this daily range high a couple of weeks ago, 4th of July. As you can see, broke above, big spike, broke down below, so quite bearish. And again, we're coming up and retesting this daily range high, which again, it's held for the past 4th day in a row. So easy short down to the daily range low with your invalidation basically being a daily close back above the range high of 0.022. It's already moved a little bit, but still a pretty good percentage, as you can see. Or if we do manage to break above, I personally would wait until we're back, or until we get above the weekly range, or mid-range I should say, and then you can look at a long at potentially this area here, this start of this leg of the move, or all the way up to the weekly range high. But as I say, at the moment, looking like a good shorting opportunity down to the range low of 0.019, with your invalidation being just above the any daily close above the daily range high at 0.022. And then finally on NIA, if we go to the weekly time frame, again struggling with its own weekly mid-range, couple rejections over the past 4 weeks. If we go to the daily, again, we've got this vital daily level at $1.49. It's been a key level for quite a long time. As you can see, support and resistance. It had a very slight close over it on Friday. Tried to hold it at support on Saturday, but then broke below on Sunday, and it's had a bearish retest today. It's already moved quite a little bit, unfortunately. So it's not the best entry at the moment, but looking for a short down to the daily range low down at $1.30. Or if it does manage to get back up, with the invalidation being a daily close back above, and if it does get back above, then you could potentially look at longing up to the next daily level, which is the weekly range quarter up here at $1.66. We've actually entered this trade earlier this morning on the Earn While You Learn on Premium, Learn Crypto Premium. As you can see, this was our entry up at $1.47. Obviously early days still, but looking pretty good. We'll be looking to take some profit around about the mid-range. So if you just grab that, so mid-range around about sort of $1.40, we'll look to take some profit, move stop loss to break even, and then TP2 will be down here, down at $1.30. So if you're interested in learning how to trade or brushing up on some skills, that's a service we offer, as I say, on the Earn While You Learn in Premium. We've got a special offer on at the moment. Your first 14 days are completely free as a free trial, and then 3 months at half price with the discount code SUMMER. So check out the link below, check out our website, all the details on there. But yeah, daily videos, Monday to Friday, similar to what I've done on this YouTube video. I go through all the charts, look at some trading opportunities, and enter the trades on video. So if you're a complete beginner, never been on an exchange before, I walk you through step by step, holding your hand, and help you make some money. So yeah, it's really good, really enjoyable. We've got a really cool community. We all help each other out with trades as well in the Discord. We've got a members trades chat where everyone puts in their analysis and we bounce ideas off each other. So as I say, if you are interested, check out the link below. 14 days free trial, nothing to lose. So I'll keep you updated on all this stuff when it comes around on Friday. As I say, the only real thing to look out for is the earnings that are coming out. Apart from that, just keep your eyes on the charts. So have a good week, and I'll catch up with you on Friday, see how everything unfolded, and we'll go back over those trades I mentioned and see how they panned out. So have a good week, and I'll see you then.